Hi everyone, this is Pastor Ashley with the Tuesday takeaway. So on Sunday, Pastor Abel talked about David from 2 Samuel chapter 6 verses 21 through 22. It said, David said to Michal, "It was before the Lord who chose me rather than your father or anyone from his house when he appointed me ruler over the Lord's people, Israel. I will celebrate before the Lord. I will become even more undignified than this, and I will be humiliated in my own eyes." In these verses, it's talking about how David felt that he wasn't doing singing and dancing and worshiping of God for anyone or anything but God. He was saying that even if he looks ridiculous, even if he looks silly, that he's going to continue worshiping God no matter what anyone thinks about him, no matter what the king Saul thinks about him, no matter what his wife thinks about him, no matter what any of these other people think. He's going to just give everything to God regardless of what all these people think. And so we need to remember that also, not just at church, like when you're there at church singing worship songs and like worrying about like, ooh, should I raise my hand like this, like this? It's not just that, it's your whole life. Your whole life should be worship. The whole way you live your life should be worship to God. It should be honoring God in everyday choices that you make, and you shouldn't care what this person thinks or this coworker thinks or this family member thinks. Whatever choices you're making need to be honoring God regardless of what other people think about them. I know that I think he also spoke on sacrificially giving to God and not caring about who you are, where you came from, and just knowing that God created you and that you have purpose and that he created you with purpose to do something amazing. And I love that he can use the foolish things of the world to bring glory to himself. And I know myself can be counted as one of the foolish things of this world. And I just hope that the way that I live my life in some way can bring glory and honor to him. And in remembering that, what David said, like, I'm going to get even crazier than this. I don't care about y'all. I'm going to be crazy because you know what? I'm honoring God in the way that I'm living my life, and the things that I'm doing, I'm going to bring honor to God in those things regardless of what anyone else thinks about that. And I like to use a story to with the kids. Every year we read this story called You Are Special by Max Lucado. We read it every year on the back to school Sunday, and when the kids graduate my class, they all get a copy of the book because we read it every year. And in the book it talks about Punchinello and how Punchinello felt different than everybody else, and the little other wooden people were giving each other dots if they were being bad or ugly or whatever, and stars if they were really cool. And then Punchinello discovers the maker, and the maker says, who cares what all these people think about you? Who cares? The only thing that should matter to you is what I think about you, and I think you're special because I made you, and I don't make mistakes. So that book is always powerful because it's really what it all boils down to. Who cares what anyone else thinks? Are you honoring God with your life and your choices? Do you make mistakes? Yes. Does everybody? Yes. But what are you going to do after you make that mistake? How are you going to come back from it? What are you going to do to make it better? So I don't know if I'm going a little off track of what Pastor Abel talked about. It kind of gave me a springboard, so to speak. And then I just wanted to give you guys a couple of songs that I found to be pretty cool that are going in line with this. And one is by CeCe Winans, and I don't know if she's the original singer, but her version of Goodness of God is amazing worship song. If you just want to go into a quiet place by yourself and just sing that song and just know that it doesn't matter what others think about you, where you're from, what you've done. The goodness of God and his calling on you are what's important, and that he created you with purpose, and you have purpose in life. I hope that's encouraging to someone. Have a good day, everybody. We'll see you later.